last Monday. It's unfortunate, and personally, I'm very, very sorry to the football community. I've never experienced such, and to our community, and also this is the president's home. It doesn't give a good picture, so I'm very sorry. I personally tried to, engage the players to make sure that we travel, but unfortunately we couldn't save the situation. But lessons learned, and we are determined that we won't have a similar incident like what our chairman has said. We want to make sure that the outstanding 1 month salary and other issues that are outstanding, we run around and mobilize those resources so that we won't have a similar situation. And we continue to look for partners and sponsors. We have had some dialogue with a few companies within the Midlands and also outside Midlands in order to make sure that we get that sponsorship and partners that we need to sustain the club moving forward. We know that it's not easy, it's very expensive to run a Premier League club, and I think we have done really well to be where we are. But in Shona they say, so we need each other as a community to support the cause. It's a good cause. It's not an individual thing. It's not an individual who benefits from the team, but it's the community at large. Football brings entertainment. It keeps people engaged. The players that are playing for the team, boys and girls, they are benefiting in the sense that they are being occupied, they are getting employed by the team, therefore taking them out of the streets where they could be, getting married early, getting involved in drugs and other social devices. So it's for a good cause. It benefits the society. And also, now that we are in the Premier League, when we are playing our games at home, the local community benefits. People come in numbers to support the team, our businesses benefit. So it's for the good of the community. We are open. Anyone who wants to come and partner with us, be it shareholding, be it just sponsoring the team, be it advertising space, we are open. Anyone is free to do so, and we welcome anyone who wants to help the team in any way that they can be. It might not be financial only, but it could be in other things like fuel. We have our own bus that needs fuel when we are traveling, so we are open, and we welcome anyone who wants to be part of the team. It's very untrue that I've refused sponsorship. There's not a single person who has approached me to sponsor the team and I've refused. Right now, I've been sponsoring the team, plus there is an individual within the Kwekwe community who has been also helping the team. I've never refused. It's untrue, but I'm aware that this is the work of a third party bringing such allegations, untrue allegations and unfound allegations to distract and derail the train. Unfortunately, it's not true. If there's anyone out there who says I have refused sponsorship, please bring that evidence to me, because there is no such evidence, because it never happened. Common sense, I've never seen a billionaire who refuses money and say, I'm a billionaire already, I don't want money. No, a billionaire will keep working hard to get more money. I'm not in an island or in isolation or living in a different world. I live in the same world that the billionaires live in. Why would I go through all this stress when there's someone there who is willing to put money in the team? In Zimbabwe, you don't get money in football. You pump out money. This is money that I could be using for my personal use Why would I not want to save that little bit if someone is willing to come in and help me? I'm not naive and I'm not stupid to refuse that. No, it's untrue and it's unfound. I've been on social media on a few interviews, asking people to come and support the team, asking and pleading for sponsors and partners to come and join the team. How could I go on interviews, asking for people to partner the team when there's someone already there who is saying, "I've got the money, let's support you"? No, that's not true. So unfortunately, I know there is a lot of unfalsehoods circulating on social media, but I'm glad that you've asked that question, and I hope that after this question will not pop up, this allegation will not pop up, because it's not true. You cannot run a business without a budget. When we got promoted, I knew the need for budget. We prepared a budget. We had a working budget. Like any other budget, is also subjective to changes, unforeseen changes. So we have had to adjust. There have been some unplanned circumstances and unforeseen situations where we had to adjust. We did not rest when we got promoted. We were running around looking for sponsorship. We had people that and companies that promised to come on board. Unfortunately, it didn't materialize. But since the time we got promoted up to today, I have to, and I want to reiterate, there's never been a single person or a company that has approached me and say, "We want to sponsor the team," and I refused. That has never been the case. Unfortunately, we are where we are, and we need to find a workable solution, and that's what we are doing. I think there is more that the executive can do, and I'm very confident that we will look into it. I think there is a need. I'm not naive to think and put a blind eye. It's obvious there is need for us to rein in experienced people in our executive, so that our executive can be fully functional. I see and know that there are gaps within the executive. They need to be filled. So we are working on it, but it's one step at a time. You can't change everything overnight. It disrupts the system. So one step at a time, we will address the issue of the executive. But I think for now, what is critical is to address the urgent need, and then one step at a time we go to the next level. And after this, the next thing will be to look at the situation with the players, like what someone has alluded to. What will happen with those that the perpetrators, and the next thing obviously is the executive. There is need, and thank you for asking that question. There is need for revamp, let me put it that way. There would be additions and subtractions into the executive. That's for sure.
In such situations, once I was still playing as a player, coaching the national team, heading the national teams, but the worst thing that a player can never do, can I stupid enough, is to boycott training. Because that means I have to prepare. Also, in the game that you go, performance is affected. So in terms of performance, yes, we've managed to psych them. Let's be at our peak performance time all the time. Saka, yes, we are doing something as an executive. And from a professional point of view and from a labor point of view, the players should get just like any other work. Because we're making a living out of this sport, whichever sport. We've got kids to look after, we've got kids to look after school, we've got families to feed. But situations, yes, especially in our economy, whereby if you don't have somebody backing you up, no challenges. But your question to address it, yes, we've managed to convince the youngsters. Good, guys, let's prepare all the time. Let's be found to a peak level.
And the morale in game is alright.
It's very hard.
But I think also it's very important at this point to let everyone know that Kwekwe United is not the only team in the Premier League that is owing players, but other teams are also owing players, and they are fulfilling their fixtures. We are not naive to the fact that there is a third hand that is also influencing our players to boycott games, and that is a fact that we cannot run away from. And I think it's very important for the football fraternity to also make note of that. It's not normal that a situation like this can happen to this extreme. We believe there is a third hand that is also influencing our players to behave in such a way that they are, and it's a fact, whether we like it or not, but it's there. We know and we are aware. As executive, we know what's going on, and it's not good and it's not right for football. And I think it's disadvantaging the community and also the young players. I'm not going to name names here. I'm not going to do that, but we are aware that there is a third party that is constantly calling our players, especially when we are going to games. It did not start on Monday. It happened before. Even the Kariba game, they've been constantly calling the players and telling them not to fulfill fixtures. We know them, and personally, I get too emotional about it because it's not fair. When you are putting money into a project, you expect at least people to get what they deserve. So when other people now are interfering and calling a footballer and say don't fulfill a fixture, don't go to the game, it's not fair. I can't answer why they are doing it, but I can only assume that they have a hidden agenda. They must be they want to gain something, or there is a gain for them. Because how can you stop a young player who wants to play to be seen and to market themselves? How can you stop that player to go and fulfill a fixture? It's not right. It's not fair on the youngsters. And I think powers be, they should take note of. I personally have tried to engage the powers be to look into it, because I think it's not right, it's not fair. We only read on social media that Dynamos players have not been paid certain dues and so forth, but they are still fulfilling their fixtures. Why Kwekwe United? The third hand, like I said, I know all of them. I can name one by one, but I'm not going to name them on this platform. But if this behavior continues, I am going to name them and shame them. And I think it's not right, and they should stop this behavior for the sake of progress of the team and the community. I've never been approached with this. I've never been approached by a single person who wants to help the team, but I have approached people that I thought could come and help. Some local. I have one businessman who has said yes, and I am very grateful to his assistance. He has been assisting us. Unfortunately, I'm not going to name his name. He has been helping us, and he's been a very good partner with us, and I'm very, very grateful. And I wish that we could have 3 or 5 more people like him who have got the community at heart, not the third party that is there to try and dismantle and destroy something that we are looking up to, something that the community is looking up to, something that should benefit the community. I think those elements should not be, accorded a platform in our community. And I think the players should also use common sense and not be used by people with hidden agendas who are influencing them to boycott games and display such behaviors that we saw, especially on Monday. It's unacceptable. I think in life you can never say never. It has never been the intention, but I'll never close any door. if someone wants to take the club to the next level, please come. The door is open, and personally, I'll never close that door to anyone. But I think what is important is what is their agenda. If they come to take over the team, what is it? What is their agenda? What is it that they want to do for the community? Because this project is to benefit the community. And I think if there are people out there who are willing to come, please come. The door is open. We cannot close that door.